Hey everyone, so you're going to have to forgive me for the video coming late and also for being a hot mess. We have flag football camp going on this week, so that's my excuse for both. We are having a great time serving and ministering to over 40 kids each day, sharing the gospel with them. We're having a blast, and we appreciate it if you would continue to pray for each child, for each parent involved. We've got 2 days left, and we are having a great time, so thank you for your prayers. And thank you for your patience on this video and your email. But this week, our text is Acts chapter 9, one of the more climactic moments in the book of Acts, the conversion of Saul. And so if you haven't read that passage yet, before you watch this video, why don't you go ahead and read through that passage yourself, spend some time with the Lord in that passage before you watch this video, and then you'll be good to go. But Acts chapter 9, that's our story. For this week, I want you to imagine that you are someone living in Damascus. Rather, you are a believer living in Damascus. And you've heard rumors of what's going on in Jerusalem and even outside of Jerusalem. You heard the stories of the stoning of Stephen, and you've heard of your friends and maybe even distant family members and relatives who are followers of Jesus and who are being persecuted. And the person who you know is behind the majority of these persecutions is a guy by the name of Saul, and he's a Pharisee, and he's going all throughout the region. He's imprisoning Christians. Some historians even say that he was probably killing Christians. And so these are the rumors that you've heard about Saul, and then you hear a dreadful rumor. That rumor is that Saul is headed to Damascus. And you know what will probably happen when he gets there. He's going to round up all of those who are followers of Jesus. He's going to arrest them. He's going to take them to Jerusalem and imprison them and maybe even kill them. And you're preparing yourself for his arrival. You knew that this day may come because you'd heard the teachings of Jesus, that those who follow him will be persecuted just like Jesus was persecuted. And so you're preparing for this moment when all of a sudden you hear that Saul is in Damascus. But he's not persecuting the church. No, he's staying with your friend Ananias. And Ananias has healed Saul of his ailment, and Saul has actually been baptized. I mean, just think of how bewildered you would have been. This guy who was out ravaging the church, persecuting the church, going from city to city, imprisoning Christians. You knew he was coming to your city, and now he is finally in your city. And wait a second, he's been completely changed, transformed. Maybe you don't trust the stories, but these are the stories that you're hearing, that Ananias has baptized Saul, and now you see Saul. And Saul, he's in the synagogue, and he's preaching the gospel to Jewish people there. And Jewish people in Damascus, in your city, give their lives to Jesus because of the work of Saul. I just want you to imagine your experience. At that time, there is no way you could believe that there's any person in all of the world that can't change. Imagine how the people in Damascus viewed the gospel after that event. They would have known that the gospel can change anyone. In fact, that is exactly what Luke is showing us in this story. And so as you're talking with your group this week, emphasize that main idea, that the gospel can change anyone, because we all have people in our lives who we have seen fail over and over again, and we've seen try to change, and maybe they can't. Maybe they're people who struggle with substance abuse, maybe they're people who have addiction, maybe they're people who just have personality issues, and they've tried to change and they just can't. And a lot of us have given up hope on those people. Maybe they're our neighbor, our coworker, our friend, maybe they're our parent or a child or a sibling. Whoever they are, we have those people in our lives who we've said they can't change. And this story that Luke tells us screams truth into the face of that lie. And it tells us that anyone can change. That with the power of the gospel, anyone can change. And so this week, as you tell your group the story of Saul and his conversion, Remind them of that truth, that the gospel has the power to change anyone, and challenge them to be like Ananias. Because Ananias, he knew who Saul was, but he also knew the power of the gospel. Ananias believed that Saul had changed and could change even more, and so he extended kindness to Saul. He heals him of his blindness and baptizes him and ministers to him and hosts him in his home. And so this week, challenge your group to be like Ananias. We see what the fruit can be. Challenge your group to be kind to one person that they've determined can't change, one person in their life who they think can't change. Challenge them to be kind to that person and to witness the fruit of what God will do. All right, guys, that's our story for this week. That is our challenge for this week. We hope you have a great time. Once again, continue to pray for us at Flag Football Camp. We will be praying for you, and we will see you soon. Have a great one, and goodbye.